Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Jomac and I'm back with another now, y'all. In today's video, I'm about to be comparing the Dodge Charger Scat Pack to my Dodge Charger RT right here. Because y'all know I've been in the market for one. Y'all know that I'm hopefully popping one by the end of next month, right before I go to school. That's still the goal, that's still the plan. And before I even get into the differences between the two, I want to talk to y'all real quick. So I've been looking, right? I've been looking for one, and I might have found one potentially. It's at this dealership, and it's like, bro, like when dealerships got their car priced at certain prices and they don't want to budge with you, but it's like you want to make them a deal, but they're not trying to budge. So it's like, come on, bro. It's like, I understand the dealership got to eat. I understand the salesperson got to eat. At the end of the day, you're not going to break me so y'all can eat. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, can we just come to a deal, bro? Like, I've been looking. I've been waiting my turn. You know what I'm saying? I've been looking for a Scat since like May. Even seeing some reasonably priced ones. I've been seeing some overly priced ones. I feel like this one I'm looking at it's like right in the middle of reasonably and overpriced. And I feel like they can knock off a couple of grand. I think right now it's at like 44. It's like 44 flat, like 43, like 987, some shit like that. And it got some flaws to it though, right? Like it's still black. It's still black like my black one. It got the red interior that I want. It got a sunroof, but like for instance, the front bumper, it's like cracked. So it's like, my nigga, you can't take off like a grand for that. Like, you feel me? It's just it's small shit that I was seeing on the car. That's just like, bro, y'all not budging with the price, and it's like, I wish I showed y'all the car, but at the same time, I wasn't trying to give no publicity until they want to make a deal with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give my peoples, somewhere to go shop if y'all not gonna give me some deal. You know what I'm saying? I hope they watching this, you feel me? Because they know I did YouTube. I showed them my YouTube. I showed them my TikTok. So, I hope they see this video and they want to make a deal soon. Because if not, I'm going to happily take my business elsewhere and continue to look. I'm not in no rush. As much as I want it next month, we can keep waiting. But, y'all, without further ado, though, let's get into the differences between these cars because there is some that y'all should know just in case y'all are in the market for one an RT or Scat, or y'all just curious. So, stay tuned. Now, I wish I had a Scat right next to it so I could show y'all, but the first thing we're going to talk about is going to be the engine, and obviously that is probably the biggest difference. Y'all know the 5.7 has 370 horsepower following, I believe, 395 pounds of torque, and the Scat Pack has 485 horsepower following 470 pounds of torque. Don't quote me on that. I'll put it on the screen, though, on exactly. It might be off like 5 or 10, but that's almost exactly what it is. So you're getting roughly about 100 extra horsepower in the Scat Pack, and that's honestly what you're paying for. That's what the difference in the price is. We're going to get into that second, the price, but that's really the biggest difference between the RT and Scat is the power. And I got a lot of fun in this RT. The RT got power. The RT, you're going to step on the gas, it's going to go. But the Scat do got like a little over 100 more HP. And I made a video also on how you can make this car faster than your Scat because this car can handle boost, not boost, but handle more upgrades to it, upgrades to the engine rather than your Scat. So you could go that route, get the cheaper car, pay in mods, or you can get the more expensive car and not have to necessarily do all those mods. And you can still do some of the mods, but just not all of them. Also, y'all, I am using my mic today, so let me know how this audio sounds. My first time using the mic. But without further ado, let's get into the second thing. Now, the second thing we're going to be talking about is the price between these two cars. And the price with the RT, you can get an RT anywhere ranging from 25, maybe 27 to around 50K at the max, 50K, and that's like a 2023. And then when you're looking at the Scat prices on the other hand, you can get a Scat for about 45 to 65K. So it's roughly like a $10,000 to $15,000 difference. And like I'm saying, that biggest difference you're paying for is going to be the horsepower in the car and the torque and all that good stuff. So that's probably the biggest thing. And it's like I'm saying, and I've said this in previous videos, if you haven't watched it, you can spend that 10 to 15,000 instead of it on the Scat, spend it on RT modifications to make it faster than the Scat. But if y'all not really into mod out your car, or you don't have the time, or you don't want to really do all that, just drop that extra little 10 and get you a Scat. And yeah, that's going to be the price difference. Now, the third thing I'm going to be talking about is going to be the interior between the RTs and Scats. Now, for the most part, like all this stays the same. You do get like a more octagon shaped steering wheel instead of like this is more rounded. The seats, there are some Scat Packs that come with these seats and all they get is just the Bumblebee smack right there in the middle. And it's like, honestly, if you get a Scat and you get those seats, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, yeah, you still get the horsepower of a Scat, but like you just got the basic seats. Come on, bro. So I feel like if you go Scat, you got to if you stick with the black interior, you have to at least get the suede interior and like the heated suede. But really, really, with like me going Scat, bro, I was like, if I don't get wide body, it's gonna come with the red interior and sunroof. That's also another thing. I mean, there are some RTs that come with sunroofs, but the Scat I was looking at, it comes with the sunroof and it got the red interior. Because I really wasn't trying to spend like that additional 8 for that wide body. But you know, hey, channel might blow up. You know, I might have to get an aftermarket wide body kit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's gonna be the biggest differences between the interior. Is gonna be the wheel. It's more of like an octagon type shape. The seats, and yeah, I want to say everything else is the same. Now the fourth thing I'm gonna be talking about is going to be your performance control pages. Now in a Scat, this page is going to look a lot more different. Like you're going to see like your transmission on your car. You'll be able to put it into track. You'll be able to put it into eco, valet mode. You'll unlock line lock. There's a lot of additional features that come in a Scat that don't come in the RT. And like, yeah, like the RT has launch control just like the Scat does. The RT has, you know, the sport mode, and like, yeah, you can change the sport. Oh, here we go, sport mode setup. RT has just the sport, normal, comfort mode. That's it. But you know, the Scat Pack is gonna come with the, like I said, the track, eco, all that fun gadgets type of stuff. And yeah, that's gonna be the biggest, or not the biggest. That's gonna be one of the bigger differences within the RT and Scat is going to be the performance pages and the engine. That's probably the two biggest things: is the performance pages and engine. And now the fifth thing before I get into honorable mentions is going to be the exhaust and the sound of the car. Now this is going to be one of the things I missed about the RT, y'all. The RT is probably the best sounding Charger, or the best sounding 5.7, the best sounding Dodge trim level out of all of them. You know what I'm saying? They sound like, once you get that muffler delete, resonator delete, and you add your carbon exhaust tips on the car, bro, the RT sounds the best, you know. Now, when we're talking about the Scat Pack, on the other hand, the Scat, my fault, I had to get my keys out. The Scat, the Scat's louder. If you like loud, the Scat's louder, but the Scat is loud and obnoxious. Like y'all gonna see, I'm gonna put a clip in here of the sound of a Scat Pack, and then I'll start my car for y'all to be a warm start because I've been driving. But the Scat Pack is just way louder. It's way more obnoxious, and especially on top of that, once you get the mid muffler delete and you add some tips on there, it's going to sound crazy. Because I did test drive the I test drove the Scat when I was looking at it, and honestly, it sounded quieter than my RT aftermarket exhaust though. And the Scat Pack is stock. This is aftermarket, and I know when I cut those mufflers off and get some tips, it's going to sound insane. But let me give you a quick little warm start of the RT. You know, best sounding Dodge there is. And so I'm gonna drop a clip in there of what a Scat sounds like right about now. Okay, now I'm going to get into some honorable mentions, and it's going to be talking about the tire size for one. And I know on RTs, they all come with 245s by 45s. Now I know some Scat Packs come with a 245 by 45, but I know there is a package that also comes with 275s, and I know for sure the wide body comes with 305s. So depending on like the level of Scat Pack you get is going to depend on the tire size. And I think I want to say all levels or trim levels or all that of the RTs come with the 245 by 45s. And then the second honorable mention I did want to mention is your RT comes with basic brakes. You know, these are the brakes that you're gonna find on your Nissan Altima. You know what I'm saying? And Scat Pack, since it got a lot more power, Scat Packs is gonna come with them Brembo brakes. And I want to say mine's come with the. Let me not even say mine. You know, it might soon to be mine's come with the red Brembo brakes. And there's just a bigger brake. You know, it's just obviously the car got more power, so it needs some bigger brakes to be stopped. And yeah, that's gonna be the two honorable mention things I'm gonna say about the differences between the RT and the Scat Pack. All right, y'all, that was 5 reasons, and I want to say 2 honorable mentions I think I threw in there. But I might just throw one more honorable mention, is that's just like, obviously the Scat Pack is going to do 0 to 60, 0 to 100 way faster than the RT because it's a faster car, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Like, it got 100 more horsepower, obviously. So that's one more thing I thought I'd throw in there, just in case y'all are curious about the 0 to 60 times. But yeah, the Scat Pack is just going to be faster stock than the RT, and you can mod your RT to become faster than Scat. It's just gonna cost that price difference. So it's really kind of up to you which one you decide you want to get. And you know, like I said, I'm just trying to move into that next trim level to get the Scat, because for one, I know like I'm doing it for me as like a business decision. Like I know once I get into the Scat, it's gonna take my channel to the next level. You know, I got a million different video ideas I can really start producing. You feel me? Because I feel like I'm running out of content with the RT. It's like I gotta get into the next trim level so I can continue to make my content. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know, I've been having faith in myself. You know, like I've had the RT a little over a year. I've enjoyed it. I love this baby. You know what I'm saying? This is my baby right here. I love this car. You know, I didn't get to do everything I said I was going to do to it, and that's okay because I knew I was starting to slow down mods because I knew I was going to end up wanting that Scat soon. I was like, why would you spend that money on the RT if you're just going to do it again on the Scat? So I had to slow down on the mods. But y'all, I live by 3 things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I say it on the channel enough, but I see it, I touch it, and I obtain it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've been seeing the Scat. I went to go see that thing twice. I drove it. You know, I didn't even drive it the first time. I just wanted to just go look at it around. You know, the second time is me touching it. You know what I'm saying? Me being able to drive it, really get the feel of it. Really, you know, see. That's my first time ever driving a Scat was that test drive, and I was appreciate the dealership for letting me being able to really step on it. You feel me? See my feel for it. And then now the last thing I got to do is obtain it, y'all. I got faith in myself and I got faith in God. You know, He gonna make it happen. If that's the one I want to, if that's the one He wants me to go get, He gonna make it happen for me. Because you know I've been iffy about it. You know that price it's been having me iffy. It's like, do I drop that bag or do I keep looking? And I'm gonna leave that in God's hands. You know, and that car's been sitting on that lot for quite some time. And if it's still sitting on that lot by when I want to go get it, I'm saying that's God's will and word and saying to go get it. You know what I'm saying? But take that away from me right there, though. Them 3 things. Or anything like that you want to go get that thing. Real talk. And without further ado, y'all, of course, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Because I keep saying this, we is right there to become a monetized, y'all. And I got a banger giveaway once we are monetized. So yeah, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you leave a comment, anything, you know what I'm saying? Just comment anything you want. Subscribe as always. And I'm going to catch you on the next one in that dealership. I hope y'all ready to make a deal. But I'm out. Peace.